So let's talk Pied de Cuve. So for each wine and nearly each plot, because sometimes for SERPAIA I'm not doing for each parcel a Pied de Cuve, I'm preparing this Pied de Cuve. So it's a fermenter, which I do a pre-fermentation. So for this I am harvesting this is a 34 liter of volume, and I'm harvesting 60 up to 80 kilos of grapes. Then I destem them, always of course from a certain parcel. So for this, for example, is Merlot 5 for dedicated for Gran SERPAIA, so there's only the shadow side inside, and this is Merlot 4 and a lower part of 7, which is dedicated for SERPAIA. So again, I harvest 60-80 kilos, then I destem them, and after destemming I put them directly inside, and I work personally or with dry ice or with nitrogen to prevent oxygen and to prevent any kind of spoilage through bacteria, which is using the oxygen to do nice weird stuff. So, and then I let them rest for at least 12 hours. I will always check that the surface is flat, so there's no small hill inside or something like that. And then after 12 hours, I start to push down the berries to start extracting a little bit of juice from the berries to get the yeast which are on the berries in contact with the must. Therefore, I need to tell you that I always try to keep the berries as intact as possible, because I love this kind of inside fermentation inside of the berries, because this gives you the fresh fruit flavors, and I am a fan of this. And still, by extracting, we will extract enough tannins to make also long maturing wines. We get back to the cuve. So I push these berries down, the juice is coming outside. After that, I again do a flat surface. I put on top of it nitrogen or dry ice, which is carbon dioxide, but in crystal form. And then I wait again 12 hours, because you need to give this Pied de Cuve also its time. Yes, you can work with temperature, so sometimes I put them just inside of the sun. And while I'm mixing it, or during the part of mixing and crushing the berries a little bit, I also feel, of course, how the Pied de Cuve is evolving. And then, step by step, the fermentation normally will start. And through all the steps, I always smell and taste. And there you can honestly go by, if it's a fresh taste, if it's tasting good and smelling good, you're on the right track. And if you have beautiful fruit, you don't need sulfur for this kind of stuff. And after the fermentation is running, I can decide upscale this size or put it directly into the fermenter to the great mass, which I will harvest. To give you also a little bit of time schedule, 5 days before the harvest, I start to do this kind of stuff to have 5 days. And also, honestly, if some of this Pied de Cuve doesn't work, in between of 3 days, you have still time to get something starting. So if there's a spoilage, put it away, do it again, and you will have a lovely starter, which is made by the yeast which are coming from the plot or the vineyards in itself. To also give you one idea how it looks like, I will not touch it right now because I need to wash my hands before. I'm coming right out from the vineyard, and I have sunscreen on. So first washing hands and arms, because you need to put your arm or your hands deep into it. So don't mess up the Pied de Cuve because of other stuff. And this is how it looks inside. This Pied de Cuve is already 2-3 days old. You can see the fermentation has already started. For this reason, I don't put nitrogen or dry ice on top of it, because the CO2 covers the berries, and normally there is no spoilage happening. Lovely. And right now it smells like blackberry chocolate. I love it. Merlot can be such a beauty.